Global mobility, in simple language, is about moving people. Now, of course, there's different stakeholders. Now, to the business, mobility is around resourcing on a global level, helping a business utilise the talent pool and create a more diverse workforce.
I think the key challenge as a global mobility professional in the UK is definitely the constantly changing immigration laws, because when it comes to UK, talent is a big question mark, and the constantly changing immigration laws is not making it easy for us to kind of find the right talent for the right place. The good thing is, with these challenges, we also have a great opportunity of interest to UK. People are interested to come here and work in the UK, so we kind of balance that challenge with that benefit. I think the second challenge for the global mobility in the UK is definitely the cost, because when you compare different sectors and different countries and their immigration costs in general, the UK is one of the expensive countries, so it makes it a little bit challenging for global mobility function to manage those costs when it comes to get the great talent for the companies. So I think that's the biggest second challenge. It's definitely the cost of immigration in the UK. I think when it comes to rewards of working in global mobility sector in the UK is definitely the talent market. In general, people want to have this experience of working in an international environment, and UK gives that opportunity to people to work in an international environment and see the diversity in the business and in the companies. When it comes to working experience, I think UK is one of the best countries where you will have that international experience that you will take it with you to your home country. I think one of the highest countries when it comes to people who wants to have that international experience.
So the UK generally isn't a majorly challenging location for global mobility. However, I think the immigration aspect of this can be quite frustrating to the businesses. Often at times the timeframes for UK visas are quite substantial. We often need to manage expectations of the business quite early on to ensure that they are aware of the timings of when a relocation will go ahead. In relation to kind of immigration in the UK as well, costs are often a factor. Compared to some other locations, costs for a UK visa are quite high with the annual skills charge and also the healthcare levy as well. So it's important that the business factor these in to their costings when considering a assignment as well. So this can be quite challenging for a business.
I'd say the challenge is at the moment is the whole immigration piece. It's completely changed. As I'm sure people are aware, the UK left the European Union, and so there's been complete changes with the way that people from the EU can now come here to the UK. So that would probably be the biggest challenges at the moment, because I think prior to Brexit, there was a lot of EU workers that would be coming to the UK to work. Just trying to think of rewards to come to the UK. I mean, sometimes we have sunshine, but I mean, if you want a bit of colder weather or you want some rain, then probably the UK is the right place to be.
I've only worked in UK since I started in global mobility, but I think one of the great benefits and rewards of working in UK is the network and like GMJ and the support that is available for all global mobility professionals who want to get into this industry or want to learn and to develop.
The opportunity to be able to learn, if you work in a global mobility program in the UK, you are automatically somehow exposed to all of the European locations. So you get the opportunity to learn the employment laws, the compliance, the immigration aspects of moving people across Europe. So it's almost given. it's in a way, it's given that you're going to learn that whether you thought about it or not. So it's a great opportunity. You not only learn about moving people across, Europe, within the UK locations, you also kind of, in a way, get the understanding of moving people across the European regions. So that's one of the greatest things of working anywhere in Europe, to be honest.
I think a lot of corporates headquarters are here. I think it's probably I would say, in my opinion, the biggest global mobility hub outside of the US in terms of the sort of nature of multinationals having executives and other types of mobile employees coming into the UK. So you get a lot of variation in the UK, and I would say that makes it a really top location for a GM leader or professional to support.
Moving assignees to the UK, obviously, COVID aside, they want to think about Brexit first of all. So what once was quite easy to get into the UK is now a lot harder.
That the small things really matter. There's a lot of perception around kind of, I speak English, like if you're moving somewhere from the US to the UK, I speak English, so it's going to be an easy move. But I think just the small things around kind of cultural difference to help those individuals, I guess, embed into not just the corporate community and their office that they're going to be based in, but trying to do those little small steps to help them embed into their local community. So if I've got an individual that's going to be transitioning to East London, as an example, a little bit of research from a hiring manager's perspective on what's out there, what's available, what's the local community doing. I found that to be a real kind of win in helping the recent assignees moving to the UK feel like they're part of the UK community.
One top tip when you're moving assignees would be definitely know their personal circumstance. Get to know them, get to know their needs and their wants, get to know their family circumstances, because the worst thing that you can do is make assumptions, have everything in place for their move, and then find out actually you hadn't thought about how you're going to get their Rottweiler, for instance, into the location because you just hadn't discussed with them what are their overall family circumstances.
Do you find many people want to bring over their Rottweilers? Is this a common problem?
It's not a real, they'd say dog and then you don't tend to ask, is it a Rottweiler? So definitely check all of it.